we are going to boost this Foxbody Mustang for the gains. We are going to boost this thing, all right? It's a 302 Boss freaking engine, and it needs boost because we're up at elevation, and it definitely needs just a little bit of boost, like a couple of pounds of boost, you know? So I'm coddling this thing so that way it has good health in the future and produces good experiences for the user. So we have the majority of the turbo kit. So I'm gonna start with the exhaust, and then after that, you know, boost. This is the exhaust kit that I got. I got it from eBay. That's where you get a lot of things for cheap. Funny story is this was actually for sale for like $100, right? The first week I was gonna buy it, and I was like, nah, I'll wait. 2 weeks later, I went and looked at it, $300. Wow! So hopefully this thing will just bolt straight up and I can throw the turbo on it. If it doesn't, that's no bueno. Ooh, nice. I think this is the downpipe. Too bad it's a bolt-on. Here's one of our manifolds. Now this style for the wastegate, we're not gonna be using this. We're gonna cut this off. We got this beautiful precision turbo wastegate, and that is what we're going to be using. This is terrible. Here's our other manifold. Nice. The only thing I don't like about this is why they're beveled right there. I'm worried about how flat this is. And here is our crossover. It's got a flex piece in it so it can move, which I don't get why it needs that since it's bolted to the engine. So now, we're gonna go ahead and start the montage. So we're gonna pull the exhaust off of this and then fit the new one on. Pray and hope that I don't have to make very many modifications, and we'll go from there. I don't know, I have a lot of stuff here, and this shouldn't take more than a couple weeks to get done. Cause I mean, I'm only doing it on the weekends cause, you know, life, work, stuff like that. This makes consistent 11s. We want to make consistent 10s. Couple pounds of boost definitely is gonna help. This is a blueprint motor, so I'm not sure what the gapping is for the pistons. I was told not to pull the motor apart and do that. So we're just gonna push, like, the goal for this thing is only to push like maybe 5 to 10 pounds because the owner was gonna just throw on a nitrous kit and do 200 shots. You know, but you gotta refill bottles and all that stuff. So let's stay consistent. Let's get a turbo on this thing and let's get rolling. Montage. So we pulled off the old headers. That was fun. Now, one of the issues that we ran across was that the alternator was literally like that, like it was touching the exhaust manifold. We had to undo the turnbuckle and let it sink in. And so what we're gonna do is maybe shorten the turnbuckle and then get a smaller belt so that way it actually wants to clear. The other issue that we're having is that when we put the turbo on the header, it was actually smashing against the radiator. We're gonna have to get a smaller radiator. What we're gonna do is install the manifolds, put the turbo on it, and then maybe do like the oil lines. I have some wiring that I'm gonna do here. We're gonna kind of take it step by step and then see where we get. Okay, so, new day. I have a stainless steel pipe for the wastegate, and I already notched it. So, what we're gonna do today is I'm going to get this ready for the wastegate. So I'm taking the turbo off, I'm gonna take this header off, and I'm gonna take it to my work, because I have all the tools there to notch a hole into that, and then, weld it properly because we have a really awesome snap-on welder. Taking this off, taking the header off, and then I'm gonna do the wastegate today. And then I'm gonna finish some wiring back there for the starter and all that. Kind of see where we go from now. I'm waiting on parts. We need the inlet and outlet for the turbo so I can do the oil feed and return. And then I have, we need to get the radiator, because we had to get a smaller radiator to clear the turbo, because before the turbo was smacking the radiator. We're planning on sending the exhaust for the turbo out the hood, so that way we can have better room, because we could totally go into the fender and out, but it's going to be kind of tight, so we might as well just go out the hood. Let's get to the job. Yeah. All right, so got the camera set up for the time lapse. Got the plasma cutter ready, and yeah, I got my area marked for where I'm gonna put the hole, and I have this nice piece of stainless that I'm going to pop right there. So we should get a little bit better flow, because the way that they wanted it to be was through this tiny tube, and we have the 50 mil wastegate that doesn't use this type of flange, so we've got to cut that off. Also, this thing freaking blocks the exhaust on the turbo. So like, here's your exhaust housing. Well, the exit literally is hitting this. Well, not touching it, but like you would be shooting exhaust at this. That's not, I don't understand that design. So we're gonna cut that off, patch that up, and then use the bigger pipe, because, you know, it's a lot bigger, which actually fits our 50 mil turbo, and then pop that on right there. How we got this cut is with a notcher. So if you do a lot of exhaust work and you want perfectly good notches in your pipes so that way they fit nice and beautifully, get this. This is a notcher, a notching tool. This one's from Speedway. It's been used quite a bit, but yeah, you just put your pipe into here and then tighten it down and then let that thing rip and then push it through, and you get some of the best cut notches, so you don't have to go and sit there and do like we did on all the other F-150 videos by seriously just cutting it and shaving it down to make it fit. That takes forever. are back at the shop. Got those headers done. No. Anytime you go and you buy anything exhaust-wise off of eBay, go check the reviews. I checked them, but it didn't say anything specifically. This thing was built terribly. Every flange has bevels on each side and is not going to seal to a gasket. So guess what we have to do? I have to fill in every single bevel and some of the bolt holes because they drilled it too far where the port is, and so now it's not going to seal. So I gotta get a welder, fill in all those things, and then grind it flat so that way it has enough surface area to touch the gasket. Jeez, dude, why did that light go out? There's a lot of fabrication that needs to be done with this exhaust, so I'm not going to film a lot of it, but I will update you on it. What we're doing right now though, so I finished all the wiring. Now we're moving on to the vacuum block. This is the vacuum block, and it's pretty much just a hollow square or circle, whatever shape you want it to be. It's a hollow thing, so that way you can run your vacuum from your engine to a manifold that collects all the vacuum. What this is used for is to supply enough vacuum lines to everything that we're gonna need, because the wastegate needs a vacuum line, blow-off valve needs a vacuum line, and then, you know, your gauges and stuff like that. All these little ones, so like this one, this line right here, that's going inside the cab, and we're going to use that for the boost gauge. And then we're going to run off two more, so one's going to be for the blow-off valve, which will be up here, and then one's going to go to the wastegate, so we can control, you know, exhaust pressures. That's what I'm doing right now. Don't really think it's necessary to time-lapse it. Unless you want me to time-lapse it, then that means you need to go like and comment and say, hey, give me more time-lapses. We are done with this video. We are done. No more video. It's the last video until the next one. Now that we have everything done, on the next video, what we're gonna be doing, we just wanted to make sure that this exhaust manifold was gonna work. If it didn't work, then we wanted to still be able to move it and everything, and we didn't want it to be, you know, in a state where we couldn't do anything with it. Now that we have the exhaust actually done, and well, almost done, we know it's gonna work. That's the main thing. We're going to pull the motor. Yes, we're gonna actually pull the motor because we gotta gap the piston. Man, if you could see how I'm standing right now, it's not fun. So we're gonna pull the motor in the next video. I'm gonna show you how to gap the rings, and I also have a lot of videos on the making right now. Never, ever, ever edit 6 videos at the same time because they never get done. I've been focusing on one video specifically, and then, yeah, I'm gonna try to do that from now on. I'm trying to find my rhythm as far as uploading video and plus life. Stay tuned, because guess what? Twin Turbo F-150 is coming back. It's back, and it's gonna be here. Probably within the next little while. The next blue Foxbody Mustang, that's what I call it because I already have a Foxbody, so you need to know the difference. Blue Foxbody, it's gonna run in the next video. We're gonna get it going and we're gonna drive this thing. Share if you want, because you'd be really helping us out, or me, really. We need 400 more watch hours in order to be monetized on this channel. So if you could share it and, you know, help me out, because it's, for some reason, the algorithm of YouTube is not helping at all. Keep on boosting the world, because you know we want to see turbos on everything. All right, thanks.